Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Avengers Focus. I am your host, The Executioner, and if you don't know, now you know. Now, this weekly installment will focus on previous game highlights as well as a little insight to what's happening here at the team headquarters. The first thing we focus on is the quarterback battle here in Los Angeles. In the preseason, head coach Hugh Freeze handed Cody Kessler the keys to the offense, but had a rather weak showing. He completed 19 passes over 47 attempts and 183 yards, good enough for a QB rating of 52. Freeze made the announcement a few days before week 1 that he'll be switching to Jacob Dolegala moving forward. We asked Jake what it means to be ready.
I think it stems from top down, the leadership. They do a great job of mentoring me, and I think I do a good job of preparing mentally in practice as much as I possibly can. And when they threw me out there in the fire, I think I was prepared.
The Avengers have gone into the season without an offensive coordinator, but there have been some rumblings about a possible signing soon. With that being said, let's jump into this week's game with the San Diego Diablos. In this Week 1 matchup, Los Angeles debuts their new Avengers look, traveling just a couple miles down to find themselves going up against the San Diego Diablos. This week's offensive starting lineup features wide receiver Joe Hills, Phillip Lindsay at running back, as well as Jacob Dolegala at quarterback. On the defensive side, we have the likes of defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day, newly acquired Joe Schobert at linebacker, and of course, Taylor Loeffler at free safety. The very first drive of the season for the Los Angeles Avengers featured a lot of short passes and small runs. Mark Andrews had 3 completions to start off the drive. Phillip Lindsay moved the chains and was able to finish it off with a 1-yard touchdown. Almost a 10-minute drive. Next possession, the Diablos strike back fast, scoring on a 17-yard pass by Luke Falk. But what's next is what really changed the momentum of this game.
Grant is a firecracker, still going. Grant. And Grant, it's a foot race, and he will score.
No, he did. Oh, my goodness.
101 yards on an electric return by Grant.
That's right, Jakeem Grant with the 100-yard kick return for a touchdown and completely silenced San Diego. After that huge touchdown, the defense came up big and stopped the Diablos on their next possession. Second quarter now, a 6-play drive that featured Phillip Lindsay ended with a 13-yard run by Jake Dolegala. Dolegala felt the pocket breaking down with not much downfield and took off on his own accord, which led to the Avengers going up 21-7. Second half kickoff, Jamal Agnew returning the kick, breaks a tackle, finds some space for an amazing 40-yard return. Wasn't a touchdown this time, but gave the Avengers great field position. Late in the third quarter, Dolegala takes a huge hit but launches one to tight end Mark Andrews for a huge 40-yard gain down the field. This led into the fourth quarter, which gave the Avengers the chance to put more points on the board, which they did with a Matt Gay 33-yard field goal to extend their lead 24-13. And that's all she wrote here in San Diego as the Los Angeles Avengers pick up their very first win of the season. Jacob Dolegala going 12 for 18 with 171 yards and ran for another 31, also picking up a rushing touchdown. Phillip Lindsay had 23 attempts, 74 yards, and a touchdown as well. Mark Andrews was definitely the highlight as he caught 9 passes for 138 yards. So it's pretty obvious Jacob Dolegala and Mark Andrews are on the same page. On the defensive side, 3 players had 5 tackles: Porter Gustin, Joe Schobert, and of course Tarvaris McFadden, who also had a sack and as well as a deflection. So a great job on his part, playing his defensive role really well. The Los Angeles Avengers are now 1-0 as they go into Week 2 versus the Pittsburgh Forge. I do appreciate you watching the very first edition of Avengers Focus. Remember, this is a weekly installment and will come out every Wednesday. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you again. Have a great night.